Welcome to this deep dive. It's crafted especially for you, the learner, if you're keen on picking up knowledge efficiently, but also, thoroughly.
And today we're jumping into a really fascinating area. It's that place where art and tech meet photography.
Exactly. And the sources we're looking at today, they're all about boosting your English vocabulary, helping you talk more fluently about photography, creativity, um, visual storytelling, that kind of stuff.
Think of it as a way to, well, help you feel more confident expressing yourself when you see a great photo or want to talk about capturing moments.
Right. So we're going to start with a really quite inspiring story, and then we'll unpack some practical language tools, stuff to really elevate how you communicate about photography.
Yeah, it's interesting how visual photography is, but how much language has grown up around it. It's more than just pointing and shooting, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. There's intention, emotion, narrative.
And as our source material points out, getting a good handle on this language helps you appreciate it more and, well, share that appreciation more effectively.
Okay, so let's dive into that story then. It's about a guy named Liam.
Ah, yes, Liam, the one who always had his old camera with
Yeah,
him.
that's the one. Almost part of him. So picture this. One rainy afternoon, deserted square, rain coming down.
Okay, got it. Moody.
And then, totally unexpected, Liam sees this elderly couple start dancing right there in the rain.
Wow. That's quite a moment. It highlights that element of chance, doesn't it? Serendipity. He wasn't setting anything up.
Not at all. He was just there. And the source says, without thinking, he lifted his camera and it clicked. Just pure instinct.
And that spontaneity, that unplanned nature, I think that's often what makes these shots so powerful, right? It's real.
It is. It's that rawness, isn't it? That unfiltered feeling you sometimes lose in pose shots. And what he caught wasn't just like a picture of people dancing.
No, the source called it pure, unfiltered joy. The essence of the moment.
Exactly. And that feeling, it resonated way beyond just the image itself. So Liam posts this online, pretty casually.
And boom, it goes viral.
Pretty much immediately, yeah. Which just shows you the power of the internet, I suppose, when something hits an emotional note.
Definitely. What starts as one person's observation suddenly connects with thousands, millions maybe. And the fact that magazines, galleries, even brands started calling.
It really underlines how universal that feeling, that captured joy, must have been. What do you think made that photo hit so hard?
Well, maybe it's simplicity, the humanity of it. It wasn't polished or perfect like so much online stuff. It felt genuine.
Yeah, I think that's it. And for Liam, this hobby, this thing he just did, suddenly became, and I'm quoting the source here, a doorway into a whole new world.
Opportunities he never dreamed of.
Right. But the deeper thing, the bit that really stuck with me, was that photography taught him to find beauty in the unnoticed moments. It actually changed how he saw things.
That's a fantastic point. It's how art can kind of retrain our eyes, isn't it, to see the magic in the everyday stuff we usually ignore.
And the source puts it so well. Every click told a story that words sometimes couldn't express. It really gets at the power of visual storytelling.
How a single image can sometimes just cut straight to the feeling, maybe faster or more directly than words can.
Exactly. It bypasses some of the interpretation, and the end result for Liam, that one photo on a rainy day, it changed Liam's life forever. It's just a powerful reminder, really.
What a story. And it leads us nicely into the next part, doesn't it? Moving from the feeling of photography to the actual words we use.
Yeah, let's transition to the practical tools. How you can talk about photography with more confidence, more fluency.
And what's neat is how the source material does this. It shifts from that emotional story right into breaking down the language. Phrasal verbs, collocations.
Common mistakes, too. And even strategies for speaking better. It's quite structured.
Very useful if you're looking to improve your English in this specific area.
Okay, let's kick off with phrasal verbs. Now, these can be a bit tricky sometimes, but they add so much color. First up, snap up.
Right, snap up. It means taking a photo quickly, maybe eagerly, like she snapped up photos of the sunset. It's got that sense of speed.
More active than just take. Okay, next. Zoom in on.
Ah, yeah, focusing closely on something specific, like zooming in on the texture of a leaf, maybe, to capture all that detail. Getting up close visually.
And the opposite almost is frame out. This is super useful for composition.
It is. It means deliberately leaving something out of the picture. Like you frame out a messy background to keep the focus on your subject, making a choice about the edges.
There's touch-up. We hear this a lot.
Refers to editing, usually subtly, maybe enhancing colors slightly, fixing a small blemish, just refining the image a bit.
And focus on, now this isn't just about the lens being sharp, is it?
No, the source makes a good point here. Good photographers also focus on the emotion, not just the subject itself, capturing the feeling.
That's a great distinction. Lastly, for phrasal verbs, pan across.
That's about moving the camera smoothly, usually horizontally, across a scene. Think like following a bird in flight or capturing a wide landscape. It gives a sense of motion or breadth.
Okay, good list. Now let's talk smart collocations. These are just word pairs that sound natural together in English. Using them makes you sound more fluent.
Definitely. First one, candid shot.
Ah, the unposed photos.
Mm-hmm.
Like the source says, they often capture the most genuine emotions, right?
Yes.
Because people aren't on.
Exactly. Then there's iconic image. We all know some of these.
Yeah, photos everyone recognizes.
Yeah.
Maybe historically important, part of our culture. They carry real weight.
Then a picture-perfect moment.
Like that amazing sunset example, just visually stunning, almost unreal. Everything aligns perfectly.
And fundamental to photography. Natural lighting.
Using the light that's already there.
Right.
Sun, window light. It often looks softer, more pleasing than flash.
Definitely. We also have vivid colors.
Colors that really pop, you know. Strong, saturated hues that grab your attention and can create a strong mood.
Then a more technical one. Shutter speed.
Right, that's about how long the camera sensor sees the light. Controls motion blur, brightness. Crucial setting.
Faster speed freezes action. Slower speed blurs it. Handy to know.
And linking back to Liam's story, visual storytelling.
Using images to tell a narrative, convey emotion, share an idea. The art behind the click.
And finally, high-resolution photo.
Meaning lots of detail packed in. You can put it large or zoom in without it getting all blocky or pixelated. Quality.
Okay, so those are useful phrases. The source also flags some common mistakes learners make. Little things, but they make a difference.
Good to be aware of these, like saying, I took a photo to my friends.
Yeah, it should be, I took a photo of my friends. Small preposition, big difference.
Or saying the image is very quality.
Needs a bit more. The image is of very high quality. Quality is a noun there.
Another preposition one, she focused in the background.
Should be, she focused on the background. Focus on.
Right. And one more. I did a beautiful photo yesterday.
We usually say, I took a beautiful photo. Took a photo. Simple fixes, but they smooth things out.
Absolutely. And knowing these helps avoid those little bumps in conversation.
So the source also gives some strategies for actually speaking more fluently about photos, like using more expressive verbs.
Instead of just take, use words like capture, frame, compose, reveal, highlight. They add more nuance.
Yeah, they paint a better picture with words. Another tip, add feelings to your descriptions.
Right. Don't just say what's in the photo, say how it feels. Like, the photo captured a raw sense of freedom. Much more engaging.
And organizing your thoughts helps too. Like explaining your process. First, I look for the subject, then I check the light. Finally, I capture the moment. Makes it clear.
Storytelling helps too, even small anecdotes. Like the example of seeing an old man smile at a child and just having to photograph it makes it personal.
When talking about your creative choices, I wanted to focus on the contrast between light and shadow. Shows your thinking.
It really does, all these strategies together. Moving from the story to the words to how you actually use them. It's a really helpful progression for learners.
Definitely. So to help you practice all this, here's a little challenge for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
Think about a photo you took recently, or one you saw that you liked. Try describing it out loud, maybe just to yourself or to a friend. Use at least, say, 3 of the phrasal verbs or collocations we talked about.
Good idea. And try using those expressive verbs, maybe mention the feeling.
Exactly. And hey, if you feel like it, show your description in the comments below. We'd genuinely love to see how you're using this language.
That active practice is key, isn't it? Trying it out really makes it stick. We hope you do explore with a photographer's eye and use these words to share what you see.
So, wrapping up this deep dive,
Yep.
the main takeaway, photography is, well, it's way more than just pointing and shooting.
It's about freezing emotions, like the source said, telling stories, holding on to memories.
And getting comfortable with the language around it lets you describe your world better, maybe even help others see things in a new way.
It shows that connection between language and art. The better you can talk about it, maybe the deeper you can engage with it.
Well said. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into the language of photography. We hope you found it useful, maybe even a bit inspiring.
We do look forward to seeing those photo descriptions if you share them.
Definitely. So, for now, goodbye.
Goodbye.